Hey guys, so I realize what some of you guys are probably thinking, girl, where the heck have you been? I filmed probably about 3 weeks ago and I was testing out some new products and the footage was just so bad, like so bad. I was talking too much and I was kind of like just rambling on about absolutely nothing, and I just couldn't handle it, and I just decided to scrap everything. And I wanted to try and refilm it, but after that point I was like, it took me so long to film this and now like it's just not even good. So it kind of like put me into a little bit of a funk. At some point I was just in a slump with filming and watching beauty YouTube videos. Like I didn't watch them for I still haven't really watched them at all for about 3 weeks. I've been really interested in watching like challenge videos and, you know, funny videos, more lifestyle type things, because that's just kind of what our world is coming to. I just wasn't feeling very inspired, and even today didn't feel inspired to really do anything with my face. So I'm literally wearing blush, highlighter, lip product, mascara, and my brows. With this whole coronavirus thing going on, I hope you guys are all staying as safe as possible. I wrote some notes down, that's why I'm looking down at my screen right now, because I didn't want to forget anything. But I want to thank doctors, nurses, first responders for all of their hard work and dedication during these hard times, because I know they're putting their lives at risk every single day, and now they're doing it even more. But also during this time, I would like for you guys to just please think of like these smaller jobs out there, you know, retailers, restaurant businesses, grocery stores. You know, I've mentioned before in the past that I myself work in the grocery business. I'm a receiver at a grocery store, and these times are so incredibly hard for us. Like, it's definitely not as hard, I would say, as like say a nurse or a doctor or anything like that. But we are fighting every single day to keep our shelves stocked for everyone to come and do their grocery shopping, for everybody to come and get the daily needs that they and their families need. And it's just so hard. We're getting yelled at left and right, getting told that we're inconsiderate because we closed for X amount of hours when our store is usually open for 24 hours. And you guys, we're all fighting the same battle. We're all fighting this together. So please, please, please just try and be kind. You guys don't see, what you guys see is a grocery store with empty shelves. But what you guys don't see is that the people who work inside of those grocery stores are working crazy hours. I myself worked about 6.5 hours of overtime, which doesn't seem like a lot for some of you, but for somebody who works regularly about 38 hours a week, it's a lot. It's a lot to work 46.5 hours. I was away from my son for that amount of time. For those 6.5 hours, I was still away from my son for that long of time. And then I have to come home and I'm exhausted. I don't feel like doing anything. I don't feel like playing games with him. I don't feel, you know, and it's sad and it sucks and I feel bad. And I just wish that everybody would just take a step back, realize grocery stores are not going anywhere. We are still going to stay in business because you, the people, need everyday essentials. You guys need food to eat. You guys need waters to drink. If everybody could just kind of wrap their heads around that, we would all be a little bit less stressed out. Enough rambling. So today's video is going to be an Empties video. This is a frozen trash can that I picked up at Target, and my son actually picked it out for me. Go figure, right? I have a 5-year-old son who's obsessed with Elsa. He's actually obsessed with Frozen in general, but nonetheless, he loves to listen to Disney music, and he picked this one out for me, so that's what I went with. So for those of you that don't know, an Empties video is basically just what it sounds like. It is products that I have used up, whether it's lifestyle, skincare, hair care, body care, whatever it may be. And I put it all in this little bin, and when it gets full, which it's been full for a while, I will just go through and tell you about it and give you my thoughts on it and if I would repurchase it or not. So let's get started. In no particular order, I'm just going to kind of whip these things out. First things first, I have the Crest 3D whitening strips. I have the 1 Hour Express and the Glamorous White. The Glamorous White actually comes with 14 treatments, whereas the 1 Hour Express comes with 4 treatments. Obviously 1 hour, you wear it for an hour. This one you wear for 30 minutes. Personally, my personal experience is that the 1 Hour Express is actually a little bit too strong for me. My gums actually got like pretty irritated from these. They started to like get little, nothing happened where like I had to go to the dentist and stuff like that, but they did start to like get like burn a little bit almost. Like it was just the chemicals that were inside of this that were whitening my teeth were just irritating my gums a little bit too much. So I really had to like lay off of these for a while, at least the 1 hour ones. So I didn't use up the 1 hour ones as quickly as I used up the Glamorous White ones. These, however, I will stand by. I will use them all the time. I really only use these when I'm about to film, so whether it's the day before or 30 minutes before, I just pop them on while I'm either getting makeup products ready or while I'm, you know, washing my face, getting ready for everything, prepping myself for videos. So I would definitely recommend, actually, like, I think they're like $36 as a pack from Costco. So I would definitely like repurchase these. I actually have repurchased them already. So I would definitely recommend these. This one probably more so than this one, but they come in a pack, and when they're on sale, solid. The next thing, you guys, I have super hard water in my shower, and so these bottles look kind of dingy. But this is the Briogeo Be Gentle, Be Kind Banana and Coconut Nourishing Superfood Conditioner and Shampoo. And I got these because one of my favorite YouTubers, her name is Coffee Break with Danny. I'll leave a link down below in the description box. I was watching one of her videos, and she actually had a code for them where you could get like 25 or 30% off or something like that. So I was like, ding, ding, ding. I'm going to try these out because I've heard so many good things about it. I'm not the biggest fan. This shampoo, unlike other shampoos, it did not suds up on me, which I don't know if that's like really, if that's like one of the claims, but I just couldn't get it to really work for me. And I feel like I had to use up so much, which these are only 12.5 fluid ounces. And I have like yard long hair, so that's like a lot of product for me to have to use. So maybe if you have shorter hair it will work, but I just couldn't get it to work for me. And that sucks because Briogeo is one of those like clean beauty brands, you know, like there's no harsh sulfates, silicones, or parabens, which that's amazing in hair products, and it's hard to come by. And usually, you know, if you do, they're expensive, which these were expensive. I think I spent close to $100 because I bought 2 sets, and so I still have one, but these were no good for me. This guy though, this Babo Botanicals Calming Shampoo Bubble Bath and Wash in the Lavender and Meadow Sweet scent. I actually picked this up on the Grove Collaborative website. It's like a bunch of like clean like natural products, whether it's like food, like towels and sponges, or shampoos, cleaning products, etc. And I got this per recommendation of another one of my favorite YouTubers. Her name is Jessica Braun. I'll leave a link down below as well. And this one was actually really good. It was a nice bubble bath, super, super great for sensitive skin. It's sulfate free, worry free, paraben free, and hypoallergenic, which is amazing because I love to take bubble baths sometimes, and hypoallergenic for my sensitive eczema prone skin, definitely great. And it smells delicious. Like, it seriously smells so good. It smells so good. And normally I don't like lavender scented things, but this, it was great for my son as well. So I would definitely recommend this. I would repurchase it. Next thing, this is just one of the empty packs, but this is the Kirkland brand Daily Facial Towelettes. I use these to usually take off my makeup. I just grab 2 of them, wipe my face off, and then I go in and will actually like cleanse my face in the shower. Nonetheless, I really, really like these. I don't have an issue with them burning my eyes, which some I have, like the Neutrogena ones used to burn my eyes, and it would bug me so bad. So I'm really, really glad. Really, really nice. Definitely recommend. And I think they're only like $13 at Costco, although Costco is crazy right now, but we won't go there. Next thing is something you guys have seen me talk about many, 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 many times. And this is the Mario Badescu Skincare. It is the facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. I have literally bought this every chance that I get. Whenever it goes on sale at Ulta, I am jumping right on it because this is my favorite thing. I use this morning and night. Yes, I love it. Originally, I purchased it on Amazon, and then I found out that they sold it at Ulta. So, you know what to do. Next thing is this Makeup Revolution Hydration Boost Lightweight Hydrating Gel Cream. And I actually picked this up at TJ Maxx, which I know some of you are probably thinking like, girl, why are you shopping for skincare at TJ Maxx? Well, sometimes I can't afford to spend $45 on a facial cream. So, you know what? Here we are. And it was like so inexpensive, and it honestly was so nice. And I can't tell the smell anymore, but I know that this smelled amazing. It was fabulous. I really didn't use it on my face. I mostly used it underneath my eyes. So I just like dab my finger into it and pat it on there. But yes, it was really, really nice. I don't necessarily ever see a difference with like wrinkles or anything like that under my eyes, but I luckily have not gotten any. Like it's not like I don't have like terrible wrinkles around my eyes just yet. It's mostly just for hydration because my eyes can get super, super dry. Definitely would recommend. Definitely would repurchase. The next thing in here is something that I swear by, and I know that some people are literally going to cringe, but this is the Up and Up brand, so it's just the Target brand. Blemish Controlling Apricot Scrub with Salicylic Acid. And I literally use this to exfoliate my skin because it has like the little beads inside of it, and it really just exfoliates the skin really nicely. So I do this. I kind of rub it in with my hands for a few minutes, and then I grab my Clarisonic and exfoliate my face that way, and then I rinse it off. And then I use it in conjunction with another product that I'm going to talk about in just a few minutes. But this has literally kept my skin super, super clear. This has changed my skin. So I just use the Apricot Scrub in conjunction with Noxzema, the Classic Clean Cleanser. And both of these mixed together has done wonders for my skin. A couple years ago, I went home and my skin just looked so bad. It was probably the worst my skin has ever looked. And my grandma, who was sick, very, very sick at the time, she told me to take a tub of this home and to make sure that I used it every day. And after that, my skin was clearing up like crazy and I could not believe it. And I was just like, ah. So what I will do is take some of this, rub it in, like I said, with my hands, take my Clarisonic, exfoliate my skin, wash it off, take this and wear it like a mask while I condition my hair and do all the other things, you know, shave my legs, armpits, whatever, and let this sink into my skin, tingle, cleanse it out, rinse it off, and my skin feels amazing afterwards. It feels so cool, like so cooling and so refreshed and so cleansed. So these two things, I have backups upon backups. The next two things are from the e.l.f. skincare line, which the e.l.f. skincare line, if you guys didn't know me already, is e.l.f. is where it's at for me and where it all started for me. I purchased, I think, $10 worth of stuff from e.l.f. Maybe it was $20, and that was like a $10 eyeshadow palette, foundation, concealer, powder, bronzer, blush, literally everything that I ever needed, and just started to do my face. That's how I got into makeup, was all because of e.l.f. And so I was like, when I realized that I needed to kind of invest in my skin, I decided, well, where else to start but with e.l.f. So I have the e.l.f. Nourishing Night Cream and the e.l.f. Illuminating Eye Cream. I obviously would recommend these. I think these are like extra like repurchased of mine. I think I still have some like in my collection now, like backups now. But yes, I would definitely recommend these. Love them. I'll just finish off with the e.l.f. skincare. So here it is, my e.l.f. moisturizer. It is the Daily Hydration Moisturizer. Again, I started out with e.l.f. and people be sleeping on e.l.f. Let me just tell you. They will tell you that e.l.f. is like not good stuff, not good quality. Nah, e.l.f. is where it's at. So if you are on a budget, or even if you're not on a budget, go check it out. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. So use this after like exfoliating or cleansing your face in the morning, and then with that Mario Badescu spray, solid. And your skin will look so glowy, it's not even funny. So, and the last thing from the e.l.f. line is the Nourishing Facial Oil, and it just looks like this. This thing comes with a bunch of delicious oils, and really I started to purchase this because I think I saw Kathleen Lights talk about it, which you guys know if you've heard me talk about her. I have a small obsession with Kathleen Lights, and so I buy like everything that she talks about. And she talked about this, and at the time it was around like winter time, where my chin and stuff like that, where everything would just start to get super dry. And I bought this, I used it everywhere, and it was like magic. My skin felt so soft and so refreshed. It was like a baby's bottom afterwards. Yes, definitely would recommend. I have a million backups of this. The next thing that I have is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, and this, I love it so much. Man, I never thought in a million years that I was going to use this, but I saw Casey Holmes talking about it, and I was like, you know, like I feel like that would just be water. And then I saw Juicy Jazz talking about it, and another one of my favorites is Andrea Montolano, and they all raved about it. So guess what? And I got it, and it lasted me, this little tiny bottle, yeah, 1 ounce, lasted me forever. I just ran out of it, and luckily I have the full-size version backup. But so I know that like you should definitely invest in your skin, but you should also be investing in your lips. So that's where this little guy comes in handy. The Eco Lips Lip Scrub in the scent Mint. I picked this up at Walmart. And like surprisingly, this little tub, which is not very big at all, but this little guy lasted me so long because I have like acrylics. I would literally just like scrape it, rub it on my lips, rub it in with my hands just a little bit, and then grab it, you know, like a toothbrush from like Dollar Tree, and just let all the dead skin just rub off and exfoliate my lips to the fullest. Not like super fine like sugar. It was like really chunky ones. So I feel like it did even better. I have a bunch of lip scrubs right now, so I'm not going to repurchase it right now. Let's talk about this little guy. I know it doesn't look really like anything's wrong with it, but I was using this one forever. So this is the Eco Tools makeup sponge, makeup blending sponge, and I love this guy. I've already purchased, I have one now in my makeup collection, and it is completely dirty. It's disgusting. And I believe I have a backup or two in my backups drawer, but this guy, fell in love with it. I love this green color. I also love that it has like this flat edge right here. I don't know if you guys can really see it, but it has like this flat edge right here and a flat edge over here. And I really like that for like baking. I don't necessarily bake, but I like cut out my contour a little bit. And this side, I really just use it to blend out my concealer, my under eye concealer. And I just love this sponge. It gets really, really big, and it's super squishy and super soft. And I just love this. Next, we have the Physicians Formula, the Perfect Matcha 3-in-1 Cleanser, Melting Cleansing Balm. Is a little bit more expensive. I think it's like $14 or $15. And it usually comes with a little spatula. I, of course, lost mine. But you just like scrape some out and rub it on here, and it literally melts your makeup away. And so I would use this in conjunction with the wet wipes, and pretty much all of my makeup would come off, and then I would just hop in the shower and cleanse my face, and voila. CoverGirl Ultra Fine Brow Pencil. And of course, you guys know that I have mine in the shade Rich Brown. I rave about this thing. I literally use it for my brows every single day. It's the only brow product I have. I used it today. I will repurchase. I have, you know, 4 or 5 backups of it already. I love it. You guys know I put it, it's literally in the description box of like every single video I ever do. So I don't need to talk about it anymore. This guy right here, this Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer, literally was the first non-e.l.f. and Maybelline Fit Me concealer that I ever purchased. So good. So good. And the only issue that I have with it personally is that I feel like I run out of product like pretty fast. So I always have to take out the stopper. Nonetheless, I still love it. I have, I think, like 3 or 4 backups of this particular one. I use shade Light Neutral. The next thing is this Makeup Revolution Luxury Baking Powder in the shade Banana. I'm actually not completely out of this particular powder yet, but I've put it inside of an old CoverGirl container that I used to have, but that is only because you can't get anything out of this particular packaging. Like, it's like a little sifter right there, and you can't get anything out of it. Like, packaging fail. But this guy is so good, and it actually like blurs out my pores, which is really, really nice, and I love it. Obviously, I will recommend it. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus Cucumber 3-in-1 Primer Water. I don't believe I have to say much about this product. I have a bazillion backups of this. I also have the coconut one. I love Wet n Wild setting sprays and everything like that. Wet n Wild and e.l.f. is where it's at for me, where it all started for me. So yes, I love it. Would recommend it. Will repurchase. And the last item is this Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. I actually got this in an influencer box. It was like one of those complimentary samples and stuff like that. I did actually really, really like this. I used it, and it really made my skin like feel nourished, and my skin looked like healthy and glowy the next morning and stuff like that after I would use this. So I would definitely recommend this, but I personally will not repurchase this just because Estee Lauder is not cruelty free. And while I do have some things in my collection that are not cruelty free, this is expensive AF. Estee Lauder is like expensive. But yeah guys, that completes today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.